The art of unemployment.
I'm 34.
34? Okay, what do you do?
I am a risk taker.
I'm sorry. I forgot to do the intro. Okay. The art of unemployment. Sorry, that's why that was so funny. He said he's a risk. He unironically said he's a
I'm a
risk
road
taker.
runner.
Unemployment. It's no longer just about not having a job. It's a way of living. Maximizing on productivity and really just enjoying life. We live in a generation where unemployment is really the final goal. Okay, nobody wants to work a 9 to 5 no more.
Facts.
Which, will probably have some repercussions in the future. Because what happens if you need to go get your car fixed and the best you're going to get is a sports bettor or a damn Twitch streamer? Me personally, I'm escaping the matrix. Day trading,
okay.
crypto, fucking NFTs, all of that. But with the amount of gambling videos I've seen, I've got genuine worry for this generation, bro. The sheer amount of debt that's going to be built up just because of this image. I'll see y'all at the annual Squid Games, bro. Okay, now I mentioned being unemployed is going beyond the job status because I think it's more about how you spend those jobless hours. Because you could be unemployed and, still be locked in, day trading, crypto, all of that. Or you could be playing around with Saratoga bottles and damn bananas because you saw a funny internet meme. Now, before you think I'm judging you, which I am,
You corny, my boy. You lame.
I gotta admit that we all be demonstrating unemployed behavior. I mean, you might be a little too tapped in with the John Pork and Tim Cheese law, or really any other niche internet meme.
I have no
Tung
idea.
tung 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 sahur.
And we call this kind of behavior being unemployed because they just have way too much free time. And all this time they spend gallivanting around, you have to think they surely have some time to make some money. But who am I to judge you? Go enjoy your life. There's always time to escape the matrix later. But you should know better than any.
I want to take this time to say I have currently about to be an unemployed friend who's probably just going to be making money off of sports betting. It's actually, he's pretty chopped. He's pretty chopped. Actually, now that I think about it, yeah, I actually have 2 unemployed friends. Yeah, I have 2. They're both unemployed. And this is their life, actually. They just... they
Anyone
just
if you're
fuck
just
around.
out here devouring your minutes. For example, if you're finding time in your day to prepare and eat coleslaw. We need a couple of y'all to start taking one for the team. We can't all be Twitch streamers and barbers, okay? Someone has to work them oil rigs. And what's 3 barbers on each street gonna do for me, okay? I need a house
Shout
to be
out,
built,
shout
not a
out.
look.
Shout out IDK Specs. Shout out IDK Specs. I need you on those oil rigs, my boy.
Couple of y'all to start taking one for the team. We can't all be Twitch streamers and barbers, okay? Someone has to work them oil rigs. And what's 3 barbers on each street gonna do for me, okay? I need a house to be built, not a look. But maybe we'd have more employed people if the process of getting a job wasn't such a damn grueling process. I'm gonna show you some shit that might be a jump scare
Nah,
for some of
literally
y'all.
facts. Nah, literally
Ready?
facts. No. I literally just, because I have a job right now, but I'm looking for a better job. So I literally just applied to like 10 jobs. 7 of them have got back to me so far. Denied. Mind you, I am the #1 candidate pick when it comes to employment. When it comes to, bro, I have 3 years of retail experience. I was an assistant manager at my first job. Like, what are we talking about? Like, how am I not qualified for a cashiering job at a Kroger? Are we deadass? Come on.
Ready?
And wait, let's talk about HEB. HEB is actually stingy because I've applied there. That was even before my first job. I've been applying there for years. They won't let me in, gang. Let me in, bro. Like, please, bro.
I'm gonna show you some shit that might be a jump scare for some of y'all. You ready? Ooh, job application. The whole process of getting a job, you gotta make some fuck-ass resume. And if you don't have any experience, that shit's just gonna look like this. And can someone tell me
I
why
can make
entry-level
it
jobs
happen.
be asking for experience?
Dude, you are the experience.
The damn job paradox. How am I meant to get experience if I need experience to get experience? And after making
Literally. I'm doing cybersecurity right now. Like, I'm going through the process of getting ready to do that. And the main thing that everyone is saying is like, bro, you need experience. Bro, you need experience. You don't even need to go to school, bro. You need experience, bro. They're taking X amount of experience over your bachelor's degree. What? They want experience in every job. Experience is gonna trump literally any amount of schooling. Like, if you went to school for 8 years to get your medical degree. Bro, well, actually, maybe that's not the best. But like any amount, like as long as they have enough experience, they could trump almost any amount of education. Nah, yeah, the medical one was good. If you have if you just went to school for 8 years and got your medical degree, they might be inclined to choose someone with less schooling, but he's actually been a doctor for 5 or 6 years. You know what I mean? I don't know if that makes sense, but yeah, they choose experience over education 90% of the time.
In your resume, you have to go on like Indeed or something and just look for a job that doesn't look like modern day slavery.
I'm unemployed right now, but I'm about to work at this job, this factory down the street, $6 an hour, full time.
$6 an hour full time, bro. No, it's just
400 applications. You settle for one interview. You got a McDonald's, and now the interview has to be the worst part because you got to pull up in a suit and tie to an O-block McDonald's. And you gotta act like a stand-up guy and try not to say some dumb shit.
I just graduated from home last year ago. My degree in walking fish with a minor in water in the snow because I mop air. I'm also a dentist that fixes feet at the vet when I'm wild asleep. Water in the snow.
Wait, he's trolling. What did he just say?
I just graduated from home last year ago. My degree in walking fish with a minor in water in the snow because I mop air. I'm also a dentist that fixes feet at the vet when I'm wild asleep. So I think this job would be pretty good for my mom since she doesn't have kids.
And what I hate about interviews, bro, is that dumbass question they always be asking. Why do you want to work here? Yeah, because it's always been my lifelong dream to work in your rundown McDonald's, nigga. No!
I can't eat! I'm broke, nigga! I'm broke!
Okay, I just seen some shit, and it looks like it's not that hard to get a job anymore. Now,
yo, no shame in working at McDonald's, by the way. He's brought up McDonald's a lot. No shame in working at McDonald's. McDonald's actually pays pretty decent. At least here where I live at. They pay pretty decent, and I mean, no shame in working there, Brady. I'm not even gonna lie to you.
And it looks like it's not that hard to get a job anymore. Now hiring someone that doesn't goon during work hours. Who the fuck did they have hired before this?
It goes to the goon! It goes to the goon!
I know a couple
but if you have
people
to
that
or want to go through that whole
bro.
process,
Trust,
yeah, good luck, gang.
Out there like
but one
that.
thing I want to say is please, and I really stress, please don't be that nigga that thinks having a job makes them better or something. Bro, these archetypes who constantly complain about their jobs, yet be the first ones to tell you to go get a job when you're demonstrating some unemployed behavior. You hating on happiness, bro. You hating ass niggas look like Squidward. You see, I've worked 2 jobs in my life. The first one, I worked as an underwater ceramics technician.
A dishwasher? A underwater ceramic technician. I've never heard that job described like that.
Worked as an underwater ceramics technician.
A dishwasher, my guy?
And the way I still have literal nightmares about that job. I want reparations for each of those shifts I worked. All of the stress that has accumulated. Years, I'm telling you, years have been taken off my life from those dreams. I don't work there anymore. And I still dream about it.
What more do you want from me?
And in the periods that I've been unemployed, I just feel like I took advantage of it. You gotta cherish every single one of those moments, man, because I promise you, sooner or later we'll all be gone. Just knowing you have to get up for a shift or you have a shift later in the day, it can kill the vibe of the whole day, I promise you. You can just be chilling.
If you hate your job, I want to say, if you, like, you actually, it's a difference. There's a difference between, like, you got this job and you don't really like it, and there's a difference from when you hate the job. If having a shift during the day, like, ruins your day, like, you wake up in the morning, you got to go in at 12, at 1, at 4, whatever, and it literally ruins the whole day, bro, you gotta get a new job. You gotta get a new job. There's no, like, for me, like, I like my job. Like, I have fun there. I sell shoes. Like, it's a pretty fun job. It's not the highest paying job in the world, but I sell shoes. It's fun. Talk to people. So if I have a shift later in the day, I'm not gonna be like, fuck, I gotta go to work. Like, I mean, sometimes, like, bro, be tired, but if you, like, cry yourself to sleep knowing you gotta go back to work in the morning, it's time to seek better employment.
It can kill the vibe of the whole day, I promise you. You can just be chilling, and the realization hits. But you know, somebody telling you to get a job, they might just be looking out for you. Okay, don't start sending images like this. Bro, you just lazy. And to all the unemployed out there, is the Minecraft movie really that funny? Yeah, he said chicken jockey in a funny way, but does it ever warrant this reaction?
This is so stupid. This was so stupid. This was so no. This was actually so stupid. No, perfect timing. This guy right here actually got a live chicken in. They blew up the theater, bro. I would be pissed. But like, it's cool when something like an in-game when Iron Man snaps and everyone's like, oh, that's cool. They're throwing food, bro. Could you imagine being down there at the bottom and then a fucking slushy hits you in the back of the head? I'm leaving. And to everybody in that movie theater, you shouldn't have came, because I'm coming back. Because there's no way. I'm coming back.
Gangy, is that a live chicken? Man, we were supposed to have flying cars by now. The unemployed have just had a field day with this damn movie, bro. And not to be the fun police or nothing, but imagine working at one of these cinemas and having to clean this shit up.
On God, bro. On God.
Yo, we gotta
like,
look out for all of the
this?
people that are stuck in the infinite job cycle. I promise you they don't wish for that life.
I'm not getting premium. I'm not getting premium.
So don't be the guy that chucks 3 buckets of popcorn and mysterious liquids all over the floor. Just for, you know, a little giggle. We gotta look out for each other, man. The employed gotta look after the unemployed gotta look after the employed. If we fail to do this, society will collapse as we know it. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna sit there as you watch society fall? No, you're gonna get up. You're gonna stand up and you're gonna fight for what you believe in. But do you really get what I'm trying to say though? We need the employed, but I don't want to be employed, so I'm gonna make it easier for them. The minority you just paid to deliver pizza to your address during a hurricane. Tip them a little bit. Instead of telling the person that's making your food to just put the fries in the bag, how about you give him some nice words? The employed and the
Never
unemployed.
said that to anyone.
united.
That's crazy.
But it's time to admit it. Being unemployed is not all sunshine and rainbows. Yes, I don't have the responsibility of a job, but
I am so lonely.
Ah, facts. What the fuck?
me aside, don't trick yourself into believing you're not a fucking
Okay,
loser.
two things. One, facts. Like when I was getting another job after my first job, the 2 months I didn't have a job, bro, I was like, it was like depressing, bro. How do you like? I can't see myself not having a job, is what I'm saying. There's just no way. And then the second thing is,
So lonely.
do you see this guy? Bro, I thought
me
he was
aside,
gonna,
don't
like,
trick
get hit
yourself
off
into
the
believing
train,
you're not
bro.
a fucking loser, okay? Because Googling top 5 side hustles to get rich quick is not being locked in. You know what? Let me stop being a hater. Because look, what you're doing is really smart, but it's also really dangerous because you're convincing yourself that you're not a loser, when in reality, yeah, you are. Alright, real quick, let me bring back this guy from the intro.
I am a risk taker.
You mean you're
That
a
guy-
risk taker?
Nah,
you
that
lose
guy's
$50 a week off parlays. Let's keep it a buck. Bro, there's really
Plug.
2 types of unemployed people. The ones that gaslight themselves into believing they're onto something.
I'm an entrepreneur.
Okay. Do you have any businesses we could be on the lookout for?
No, just not right now.
And 2, the ones that are so far gone
Wait,
they
how are you an entrepreneur with no business? So you're unemployed.
just fully embrace it and are damn near prideful about it. Okay, let me elaborate. The first type will have some philosophical reason for not wanting a job. Like they'll say, how are you gonna let someone define how much my hour is worth? Just say you lazy, bro. Here are some quick signs that you're this person. 1, if you ever refer to the government as Big Brother. 2, if you sign up to online courses instead of getting a job. And 3, if the word matrix just unironically comes out of your mouth. But hey, maybe you got something going on that my mind-controlled slave brain just can't comprehend. Okay, and for the second one, these people are just too far gone. Employment is nothing more than a nightmare to these people. The word job gives them physical pain.
Shout out
Tell
Asper
these people to get a
Twinkies.
job and they'll have a visceral reaction. Peep the vocab. The only jobs these people want to be associated with involve feet. I gotta apologize to these people though for not censoring the word work and job. I know this is considered a slur for you guys, so my deepest apologies. Oh yeah, and yes, we're gonna ignore my month disappearance. Will it happen again? Most likely.
Oh, I thought you
But
were about to
community
show him, like,
Discord
getting
server,
hit
go
off the
talk
train.
to me. I'll be active on there.
Okay. WVid.
I know you see that button right there. Go ahead and like and subscribe. And tune in for more.